I've already had a few people that have said, hey, what happens if I move out earlier? Or what happens if, do I get that relocation funds? And prior to that, so when I give relocation funds is 45 days to the end. So I give the 90-day notice, and then 45 days later, I give those relocation funds. They have 45 days to move. But if they are moving out anytime prior to that, then I basically am giving them cash for keys. And I make sure that their place is, empty of all of belongings, especially things, food that rots or whatever. I get the keys, I hand them a check, and then, security deposits or things like that can come within 30 days after that. But then I think it's the end of September, like the 30th of September is the date that regardless of who's there or whatever, they get a check, regardless of if they've paid or not paid or, or up to date or not up to date, they get that $4,200 check.
And that goes, if we've got, let's play this out a little bit. Rebecca, unit 2 stays, we take that $4,200 and we send that to Portland Housing Center. So that becomes a donation for the down payment assistance.
If they have funds, then they match that, right? Or it's like a 5-to-1 match if they have funds.
If they have funds, and that's doubtful.
Yeah.
Like, the state of Oregon is definitely suffering from lack of down payment assistance.
I think that I heard them say that they only have like $200,000 of that relocation or that down payment assistance at the Portland Housing Center. Now, lots of other centers have money. That's not everything from the state of Oregon, but they particularly have like $200,000.
And the fact that Rebecca is a veteran puts at the top of the list. Right.
Yeah, you get a VA loan, which is zero down.
I was just talking to some folks over at OHCS, Oregon Housing Community Service. They have VDPA, Veterans Down Payment Assistance dollars. Cool. They do have dollars, $5.8 million. I'm trying to do this off memory. $5.8 million set aside for VDPA, Veterans Down Payment Assistance. So
she fits in that special category of, and good for her. Good for doing it.
Yep. We love veterans. So I think we're in a good shape. Portland Housing Center sent me it's called the MOU, Memo of Understanding. So I'm going to sign this document. I'm going to send it back to them. I'm going to send them a check. And that gets the families on the official process of getting their down payment assistance, getting their mortgage ready classes, home ownership classes. So now that we have a firm understanding of who, now we've got the process of how we're going to start the process. Now I'm going to go into a different official mode. How do you like these investor updates? Are they helpful, not helpful? I want your feedback.
So far, I like it. You, Mary, Cindy, Bills, all your team are great. So far, I enjoy it.
Cool. I've never done this before. This bi-weekly thing is new. Condo Fund, we've got a cadence of every 6 weeks. We send out an email, but you guys are all relatively new at real estate investing. I figured I would try to do this more of an educational process. So yeah, if you got questions, if there's anything I can do to help or make it easy, please let me know. I'm here. I want to help you along this journey.
And I'm learning at the same time. What's the name of the software that you buy for the property?
It's called Houzz Pro, Houzz.
Okay.
Houzz Pro. We've used it with our stuff at Condo Fund. We haven't used it extensively, so this is a little bit of a learning curve on our side, but I like it. I think so. The dates that Lee is talking about, we're going to put it into Houzz Pro. We're going to get very specific date, and that's going to help us manage the time frame, especially the musical chairs portion of you're moving from unit 6 to unit 3 for a couple of months while we do reno in number 6. And it'll help us keep on track for scheduling the contractors. I think that's going to be a huge piece as well.
Just are we working with the Riveras, or we just bidding it out? Because originally we had the Riveras as
We are, yeah. So Marilee is getting me bids, and that way I can look at apples to apples, oranges to oranges. It's likely Riveras are going to be cheaper on the roofing. We know we're going to go with Dale for electrical. So I've asked Marilee to help me with bid procurement because that's basically her day job. And
I have a lot of day jobs. Many hats.
Yeah. Riveras are doing a lot of work on Laurelhurst right now.
Yeah.
So they may not be able to do all that we need them to do. Like Laurelhurst is another transaction that we're doing, and it is taking every hour of every day. So yeah, I just want to make sure that we're being prudent with our investor dollars. A couple of bids from a couple of different contractors always helps everybody stay competitive. All right, there you go. Let me know if you guys need anything at all. We do, Cindy and I, big announcement. Cindy and I have the Wapato Condos in escrow. It is a deal up in Tacoma. She was in Tacoma today. We were in Tacoma on Thursday. So we're buying a small 7-plex up there. So we'll have more details to come as we go through the process.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Pretty happy. Yeah, really cute. Okay. Bye, guys.